guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Revival using my Journey collapsible Koa guitar. The first thing you want to know for Revival is the structure of this song. We're going to start with a verse, then go to chorus, then verse and chorus again, then one last chorus to take us out of the song. The next thing you want to know for Revival is the 3 chords we need to play this song. Those chords are E minor, G, and C. And I'll have short chord tutorials for all those in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. With all that in mind, let's dive into Revival. The first thing I want to take a look at is what we're playing for our verses. For our verses, our chord progression is going to be E minor, G, C, and then back to G. And what we'll be doing for strum pattern on this is a little bit interesting and intricate, so let's break this down chord by chord. For those first 3 chords, our strum pattern is just going to be down, down, up for each chord. So it'll look about like this played through. We'll go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we're on to that last G chord, which we're going to spend a little bit more time on. So going to that last G chord, our strum pattern is going to be down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And you'll notice that one of those strums is underlined in that last G strum pattern. The reason for that is because for that strum, we're going to do an open on the A string, hammer on to 2nd fret. Just for that strum, and everything else in that strum pattern will be just a normal full G chord. So that G chord with that little hammer on strum will look about like this. We'll go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Just about like that. So one more guided walkthrough of that whole progression together. Starting with our E minor, we've got down, down, up, 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 down, up. And that's going to repeat just about like that for all of our verses on Revival. Now, 2 really quick tips for getting this verse to sound as close to Zach Bryan's version as possible. First of all, you probably already have kind of noticed I'm mainly strumming the top 3 or 4 strings of each chord. So we're getting those low notes, we're not really putting much attention on those high notes. Especially in the verses, Zach Bryan does that. He's kind of known for it. A lot of his other songs use that technique too. So if you can, put the focus on the top 3 strings or 4 strings of the strum, it'll sound more kind of low and kind of grumbly and folky, kind of like how that Zach Bryan sound sounds. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to add a little bit of picking and embellishment within these chords to get it closer to sounding the way that Zach's playing it. So you might notice in how I'm playing it, I'm also not really going just full out strum pattern. I'm adding a little bit of picking in there, and it's very loose. It's like it's very loose. It's not really super strict to that strum pattern. Use that strum pattern as a guideline, but listen to the way that Zach plays it. He's playing these chords, he's playing roughly this strum pattern, but really he's kind of picking through the chords while he's doing that, especially earlier on in the song. Later in the song, he gets more where he's kind of strumming. It's not super consistent, so just listen along. You can use that strum pattern if you're just a beginner, but if you're more experienced or intermediate level guitarist, you can kind of add some picking and embellishments in there, and it'll sound even more true to the way that Zach's playing it. So with all that in mind, a couple times through the chord progression and strum patterns being used for the verses in Revival will look about like this. The only other thing you need to know to play Revival on guitar is what we're playing for our choruses. For our choruses, we're going to have that same chord progression, E minor, G, C, and then back to G. But our strum pattern situation is going to be much more beginner friendly with this one. What we'll be doing for strum pattern for each chord is just going to be down, down, up, down, up. Just about like that. So playing through the rest of the progression, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Just about like that, repeated through all of the choruses. So a couple times through that chord progression and strum pattern that's going to be used for the choruses on Revival will look about like this. And that's all you need to know to play Revival on guitar. If this video helped you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and if you get stuck or need a little extra help, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope it helped you out. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.